Hi, everybody. It's Jennifer. Happy Monday. All right, so today we've got a little bit of a touchy subject. Food Nazis. Are you a food Nazi? Do you know a food Nazi? Okay, so a food Nazi, it's a term that a friend of mine told me the other day, and I thought it was hilarious. And I really hope that nobody thinks that I'm being, what's the word, discriminating or anything like that, because I'm not. It was just something for humor. But, a food Nazi is basically somebody who is dictating to the rest of the world what they should or should not be eating. Telling people, don't eat GMOs because they're going to kill you, or don't eat aspartame because it's going to kill you, or don't eat this because it's going to kill you, or don't eat that. And they come from all different directions. There are those that are telling you, don't eat sugar, don't eat fat, don't eat carbs, don't eat bread, don't eat anything. And then there are some that are telling you, don't eat GMOs, don't eat non-organics, don't eat this, don't eat that. So it can go a lot of different directions. But I think the kind of point of things this week is to really be mindful of things. Are you a food Nazi? Our job especially in the case of Mom and I, our job is not necessarily to tell you what to eat or to tell you how to eat. That's our nutritionist job. We say right on our little disclaimer at the start of our videos that we are not nutritionists and we are not doctors. It is not our job to tell you what you can and can't eat. Your doctor gave you a packet. It's got all the information in there of things that he's allowing you to have, things that you shouldn't, things that you should avoid. And it's really, really important to follow that as closely as you can. But it's also important, too, to remember that everyone is different. Everybody's body reacts differently to different foods. For example, I can't tolerate things that have high fructose corn syrup in them. I can't tolerate lactose. I am completely lactose intolerant right now. And so things that are high sugar or things that have dairy in them, most of the time I can't have them. And so I have to use substitutions, which means I have to use things that are sugar substitutes. I have to use things sometimes that are dairy substitutes. And a lot of times I get flack for that because I'm using a sugar substitute or I'm using something that may be a GMO food because it's a dairy substitute like soy or something like that. And so, I just kind of want to just put this out there that everybody is different, and just because your body can handle something doesn't mean mine can, and just because my body can handle something doesn't mean that yours can. So it's not worth it to sit there and try to tell people eat this, don't eat that. It's not really helpful, honestly. So here's my question for you for the week is, are you a food Nazi? Do you know food Nazis? How do you deal with them yourself? When you're eating a sugar-free pudding cup and somebody comes up to you and says, "Ooh, that stuff is nasty. It's going to kill you. Why would you eat that?" How do you react to that? For me, I just kind of look at them and say, well, it's just something that's on my diet plan, or something like that, because that's about all you can say, really. So, yeah. So, guys, don't be a food Nazi, okay? If we're using something that you don't want to use, let's say that we're using sucralose. You don't want to use sucralose. You know what? Feel free to substitute honey, maple syrup, stevia, any of those things that you want to use instead of sucralose. If we're using something that's high fat, feel free to substitute something low fat if you want to. If we're using something that's got a few more carbs in it than you'd like to, feel free to omit it or substitute something else. The bottom line is it's not up to us to tell you guys what to eat, right? And so there you have it. It's not our job. You guys know what you're supposed to eat. You know what you want to eat. And so we're just going to leave that at that, right? So, all right. So tell me, how do you deal with the food Nazi? Do you deal with food Nazis? Are you a food Nazi? Give us a shout out. Tell us what you think. Again, I want you guys to hear this again. I'm not trying to call anybody out at all. There's nobody in the group that is doing this. So don't think that I'm trying to call anybody out. I'm not. Seriously, okay? It's just something that I've kind of experienced myself over the course of the last few months. And so just how do you guys deal with it? Do you deal with it? What do you say? What do you not say? Are you a food Nazi? So yeah, give us a shout out, give us a comment, and let us know what your thoughts are on the subject. So, and again, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. So if I did, again, feel free to comment and let me know that you feel like I'm singling somebody out, because I'm truly, truly not. There, like I said, there's nobody on the group who's done this. There's nobody on the YouTube channel who's done this. This is just something that I've experienced in my personal life. So, all right, tell me what you think. Go ahead, comment below right now. On your mark, get set, go.